This is LXLE 16.04.1 eclectica. It's based on Lubuntu, the lightweight Ubuntu distribution. The reason they call it eclectic is that they also borrow elements from other desktops. This isn't the default wallpaper. I didn't particularly care for the default, but this is one of the many that come with the installation. There's actually another panel down here. It's on the bottom and it's hidden. I'm going to unhide that. I had a little trouble installing LXLE. I was able to connect to my Wi-Fi in the live disk session. However, when I started the installation process, the installer didn't recognize that I was connected. It kept insisting that I wasn't connected, even though I was. I went back and tried it several times. It never did work correctly. However, I haven't had any trouble remaining connected to my Wi-Fi since I've had it installed. Now, the thing that distinguishes LXLE from Lubuntu is the huge number of installed applications. There are a lot of games. I don't play games, so you'll have to ask somebody else about those. I'm not going to read everything, but just as an example, under graphics you have GIMP. You have Shotwell, and you have Simple Scan installed. Under the internet, it uses SeaMonkey, the unbranded version of Mozilla Firefox. I don't know exactly why, but it works. It has the complete LibreOffice suite. Under sound and video, it has Audacity, OpenShot Video Editor, Pulse Audio Equalizer, very rare, and Pulse Audio Volume Control, as well as Simple Screen Recorder. Notice that it has Synaptic Package Manager. And it has something called the PPA, the YPPA Manager. You could manage the PPAs with the Synaptic Package Manager, but this does it also. Just look at the huge number of PPAs, personal package archives. Now, looking in Synaptic, you can see that it's based primarily on Ubuntu, but it also has the backports, more up-to-date software and sometimes risky software. One thing it does not have, and to my mind this is a glaring omission, it does not have a power manager. This thing called power management, it leads you to a web page where you're supposed to learn how to edit a configuration file. To my mind, that is not a proper power manager. To make matters worse, the presets give you a certain amount of time of idle activity, after which the whole thing just collapses. The display shows a bunch of very large pixels with absolutely no way to restart it or to resume work without shutting down with the power button. Otherwise, LXLE works well. This is the Pluma text editor from Mate. One of the things I was looking for is window snaps. And here they are. The only real objection I've had to Lubuntu over the years is that it does not have window snaps. So here you get the lightweight Ubuntu environment with window snaps. With simple screen recorder running, it's using 424 megabytes of RAM and zero swap. Under Customize Look and Feel, it has an enormous number of themes. I'm going to skip a few here. As far as the wallpapers are concerned, here's a random selection of wallpapers. Each time you click on this, it selects one randomly. Now, you don't necessarily go through all of them in order because sometimes it repeats. But just to give you a rough idea of the vast number, you see it repeated, of the vast number of wallpapers. This will give you an example. Keeps repeating. So there are other ways. Under Control Menu Preferences, is Desktop Preferences. Here's a list of wallpapers. You can just go through them one at a time. Here's a local one for me. This is the green rooftop on Chicago's City Hall. This happens to be the default wallpaper, but I don't particularly care for it. early morning in Bulgaria. Here's the Tiber in Rome. Here's the one I like. It's called Vintage, but it's basically Montmartre with the Sacré-Cœur in the background. I'm using Simple Screen Recorder to make this video, and I'm going to use OpenShot to edit it. So you'll be able to see how both of those work in LXLE. Basically, I like it except for that one problem with the absence of a power manager. They really need to fix that. Otherwise, it's a very useful distribution. If you like the lightweight of Lubuntu with a little more resources and a little more capability than the basic Lubuntu installation has, this may be the distribution for you. This is XRAM Tech. Thanks for watching.